What's going on, everyone? My name's Shane. I'm a huge baseball fan. Welcome to 3 Up 3 Downs' first ever out of the park baseball live stream. I may be streaming to nobody. I may be streaming to many people. Who knows what's going to happen here? We're going to give it a little time, see if anybody does join up with us here. But first ever live stream out of the park baseball. Uh, I'm really excited to try this out, give it a shot. I'm really excited. I haven't played much of the game yet, but we're going to dive right into it. If there's any issues with audio or anything, please let me know, and I will do what I can to fix this, and we will see what happens. So I'm just playing around here looking to see what happens when I go to the various different screens. Looks like I can keep that open. It doesn't change anything for you guys. Awesome, awesome. If you are out there, leave a little thumbs up in the chat or whatever the case may be. Or I may be just talking to myself, if that's all right. So like I said, the first ever out of the park baseball stream right here on 3 Up 3 Down. You guys know I'm a huge baseball fan. And with the season kicking off and out of the park baseball being released, I wanted to do something a little more fun, something a little different, see if you guys get into it. I'll likely make some videos of it along the way. So what we're doing here is a brand new expansion draft. Yes, the Saskatoon Berries, a Western Canadian Baseball League franchise who's brand new to the WCBL, is the focus of this video. We have expanded the baseball world. Looking at here, we also have added, so go check out our team home screen to the Berries here. Why am I not? There we go. We are working here. Just checking out, see what kind of delay I have with you guys. So what I have here is we have the Saskatoon Berries have been added to Major League Baseball along with a team in Portland. So we expanded to 32 teams. I will show you here in a second what the new standings look like, what the new playoffs would look like. The Berries have a AAA team. These are all Western Canadian Baseball League teams. So if you're into that league, a lot of junior players, JUCO guys played during the summer here in this Canadian league. We have the Regina Red Sox are going to be our AAA team. They are also part of the WCBL. The Moose Jaw Miller Express in the Southern League will be our AA team. In A-ball, we have the Weyburn Beavers, again, all WCBL teams. We have the Swift Current 57s are going to be our A-ball team. All these logos are current as well. And the Medicine Hat Mavericks, who went to the finals last year of the WCBL, they are our rookie league team. So we have, in fact, our teams set up. We are going to be the Saskatoon Berries. That is the brand new logo. I've updated jerseys as best as I can. I will show you the standings there to give you an idea of where we're looking at here. We want to look at the standings, how this league is going to be broken into. So we have actually separated into American and National League still teams, but we're going to do 4 divisions of 8 teams each. So we have the AL East, keeping the Orioles, Red Sox. They've added the White Sox. I've added the White Sox in there, as well as the Cleveland Guardians, Detroit Tigers, Kansas City Royals. The Yankees and Blue Jays stay there as well. The AL West is where you're going to find us. The Houston Astros, Angels, Twins, Athletics, Mariners, Rangers. We have the Saskatoon Berries, us. We're going to find us in that AL West, as well as the other new team is the Portland Beavers. So we have 2 expansion teams, and they're both in the same division. Do I think this has happened in Major League Baseball? No, I don't, but that's what we're going to roll with. And in the NL East, we have the Braves, the Reds now, the Marlins, Mets, Phillies, Pirates. We've added the Tampa Bay Rays to the NL East. It just made things fit a little nicer. And the Washington Nationals, and then out west, out west we have the D-backs, Cubs, Rockies, Dodgers, Brewers, Padres, Giants, Cardinals. If you guys are out there and there's any issue with the sound, please let me know. It's very difficult for me to see at this time as to who is out there. I see that we have 3 live viewers, and that is absolutely wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have not missed anything at this time. So what we're going to get into is our fantasy, actually not fantasy draft. We are not doing a fantasy draft. My apologies. I keep saying that. Expansion draft. So we have a brand new team. We have no roster at this time. We have no pitching. We have no lineups. We have absolutely nobody on our team. The front office, I have gone through. We have a budget of $200 million for our team. We have 47.27 million available, and we have money for extensions as well. We're a small market size, poor loyalty because we're new, and fan interest is very interested at 89. So that is very, very cool. So we'll do some changes along the way. Our owner, Jaden Broderick, completely totally made up. You can see our goals for the season are for the next few seasons, are to upgrade at second base. To increase our profits, we need to end with a $26 million profit. We need to find a top prospect, a top 20 prospect. Going to have to do that likely through the draft. We need to build up our farm system to a top 6 team. We need to improve our team chemistry, and we want to build the team to reach the playoffs in the first couple of seasons. We'll see if we can actually do that. In terms of our personnel, I have pending offers gone through and done coaching offers to anything and everything. So all of our Saskatoon Berries, as well as our AAA team, AA, all our minor league system, I have offers out there. We'll see who fills those as we go along here. Sounds like the sound is working all that good. So perfect. Thank you so much. So what we're going to do here, we jump into our expansion draft. I believe I said it as teams could protect 26 players, and any player with under 3 years of service time was an automatic protect. We are good there. So we need to go to our team home screen. We are looking at the expansion draft. Yes, we do. We are getting to our expansion draft. That's what everybody came for. We got some important messages. First off, our GM, whole bunch here. We have our expansion draft is today. So we have that to look forward to. Our hitting coach, we've got some good reactions to our contracts here as well. Offers a good one. Basically, tell you're serious. We are very serious about the people we made offers to. So hopefully, doesn't look like everybody's reacting to their contract. Nobody at this time is signing. That is fine. Here we go. Expansion draft. So we're going to do 30 Serpent. We're going to do a straight draft. We want to randomize. I want to randomize this. We've been given the first overall pick in the expansion draft, which I believe would then give us as the second pick when it comes to the amateur draft. When we get to that point, we are going to do 35. Yes, we're going to do at least 35 rounds. We're going to do 35 rounds here to give ourselves some, first off, some options in the majors as well as our minor league system. Teams can protect 26 players, as I said. Auto protect players with less than 3 years of service time, and limit picks. So there's no limit on the number of players that we can pick from a different team. So that's not a problem out there as all. So we are going to roll into this. We are going to start our draft. We have the number 1 pick. It is a straight draft, so it's just a back and forth. We don't have to worry about a snake draft. As you can quickly see here as well, it's a couple things. The overalls are going to be ranked in terms of the 20 to 80 scale that Major League Baseball uses. So these are all the batters as well as the potentials. To just understand, these are not ratings out of 100. These are ratings on the 80-point scale, where anything above 40 would be considered average. So if you're above 40, it's definitely above average here. So we can see the players that are available in terms of potential and overall. As well, we can take a look at the pitching. Where are all our pitchers? We'll go all players this time. So you can see there are definitely some players like James Karinchak, who's definitely got a lot higher overall on potential. So there are definitely some relievers here available that are definitely stronger. And the hitters are good, definitely where we're going to have to struggle along here. Okay, so we are set. This is our first ever expansion team draft. So we're going to get things going here. I actually want to look at hitters first and remind myself of those. So we have a guy like David Dahl, Luis Arias, who can play a bunch of different positions, Mike Ford, Ben Gamble, Mitch Haniger. If you guys know from the Seattle Mariners, definitely a solid contact hitter, solid average, avoids the strikeouts, a lot of power, a good eye. For me, this makes the most sense. In terms of his contract, I need to find that contract. Oh, wait, whoa, we go back to contract. So he has 2 years left. He's got a player opt-out, so really he only has 1 year left. So this may not be the best deal for us that way. We are going to try and get some players that are a little younger and a little bit cheaper, maybe. I want to go back to the draft. Get me back to the draft. There we are. Pablo Reyes, Cannon, Smith, and Jigba definitely out there. Jordan Luplo. Oh, Brendan McKay is out here as well. So it looks to me like I am actually going to go look at who's at starters. Let's see if we got from starters. Ryan Pepio. There we go. There's the guy. Ryan Pepio. Very young player. Service time is very down. We are going to start our draft off with a starter. What's going on, Texas, man? We're going to start off with Ryan Pepio. Oh, keep doing that. Ryan Pepio. And I want to pick you. And we are going to draft Ryan Pepio as our first player for our expansion team. Young player, good overalls, good potentials. So Ryan Pepio. And last pick, so then we're going to auto draft for Portland. They took Cutter Crawford, which is a very good pick as well. I'm going to get some overalls here and the potentials. So I'm going to look hitter this time. Let's just go all players. We're going to look at all the players. So we've gone hitter, or probably they went pitcher as well. So I actually think I'd like to add in terms of a reliever and a bit of a bullpen. James Karinchak definitely is. I want to look at his contract though, just make certain here he has service time, 3 years service time. So he definitely will be available for us a little longer. Makes sense as a solid reliever. So James Karinchak will be our next pick. And we are auto pick for Portland. And they're going to take Luis Arias. Okay, so that makes some sense for them. They're definitely a lot of relievers here, so I'm going to leave the relievers here alone for a little bit. So let's look at our starters. It is an expansion draft, so we're playing a little out of the park baseball, Texas. So it's an expansion draft, not a fantasy draft. So we are looking at brand new team. We're calling ourselves the Saskatoon Berries. If you know anything about Western Canadian Baseball League, we've added a couple teams here with Saskatoon and Portland, and we are doing expansion draft here. We want to go all batters here. And we're going to add ourselves. I am going to add Mitch Haniger. I understand his contract's a little bigger, but that is fine. We need some production in our first year to be decent. So we're going to take Mitch Haniger. And they are going to take Nathan Lukes. So they're going hitter as well. So we're going to look to see. I want to see what there is at each position. Catcher, Blake Sable is a very, very interesting player. Very good contact hitter. I think this is the type of player. Have him listed more as a DH, but he can definitely catch. So I would want to make sure we're not missing out on a catcher at all. Connor Wong is actually a very good catcher as well in my mind. So there's definitely some catchers here. First base is looking a little grim. So we'll have to struggle for a first baseman. Second base, so there's guys like Pablo Reyes, Trevor Story, if we want to get a little crazy there in terms of contract. Third base, little scary on the infield here. So we'll look at shortstop. Let's see if we can build ourselves off the middle of the infield a little bit. Guys like Brandon Crawford, Cody Clemens, definitely for sure interesting. Nick Madrigal would be an interesting high contact guy. And we'll go outfielders, all outfielders. Not many major league level outfielders for us. And I want to take one more look at starters. Andrew Heaney would be interesting. James Paxton, of course. Robbie Ray is listed here, so he's hurt. But I think that would be what's Robbie Ray's contract still looking at? He has a high-end contract, 25 million. Steve Nash is unfortunately not in there. All major league players, but just the expansion in terms of a Canadian team. So we have Robbie Ray, who would be very interesting as well. I had missed the start of the season. Tony Gonsolin is available. Actually, there's the guy. Let's do that. Tony Gonsolin is injured. I understand that, but his contract says he's got a few bit more service time for sure. So we're going to take Tony Gonsolin right there. Tony Gonsolin is added. We'll draft for them. They're adding Austin Shenton, who came up. He just came up. Actually, I think he just debuted today with the Rays as I watched it. There is Dean Dunning, JP France. There's definitely Hayden Wisniewski is definitely a player I'm interested. There's some starters here for sure. Okay, let's go back to the hitters because there's definitely some starting pitching. I'm going to go back to catchers. I like the thought of Blake Sable. We're going to add Blake Sable as a catcher for us that way. So there's our catcher. He can also play some outfield. They take Luis Garcia. That is perfectly fine. I also am looking at, I don't know, shortstop. I do want to get a shortstop if I can here. Vidal Brujan would be a very interesting player. Let's go overall. We're going to sort by these overalls here. Pablo Reyes is the best overall. How about some potential maybe? About the same. So we're going to look. I actually like the idea of Vidal Brujan. At the very least, as a bench guy, but definitely someone who can speed to burn for Vidal Brujan. So we're going to take Vidal Brujan as our shortstop. Auto drafting for them. They're going to take Alfonso Rivas as their first baseman. I want to see. So we've got a shortstop. We feel pretty comfortable there. I want to go back to the middle infield. Pablo Reyes is interesting to me. Trevor Story's contract is something I don't want to deal with. Oh, Kevin Biggio is there as well. Very interesting. The lefty hitter. Kevin Biggio might actually be the play here. I think it is. We're going to do Kevin Biggio. Oops, that's not Kevin Biggio. That's Kevin Biggio. Kevin Biggio is going to be our second baseman. We're going to draft him. He's got some service time left as well. We're going to auto draft for them. They added Nick Robertson. So we have second. We need to look at a corner infielder. Dom Smith. Joey Votto. How about Joey Votto? What do they have for Joey Votto's contract in here? $740,000. This is a team in Canada. We know we can hit. Absolutely know we can hit. So Joey Votto would be very interesting. We would need to find a younger first baseman to follow up for the next year or two after. But let's start off our draft with a little Joey Votto at first base. Auto picking for them. They take JP France. That means we should probably get grabbing another starter here soon. They'll try to watch what they're doing. Robbie Ray is still interesting me, but the contract is more than I want to spend. Dane Dunning is someone I'm really interested in. Hayden Wisniewski is someone I would also be very interested in. Who else are we thinking here? If you're out there and seeing some names, make sure you. Oh, Alec Manoah is available on here. I don't know about that. I don't think the Blue Jays would not protect him, so I'm going to leave that as kind of someone available. We are going to move ourselves back up here, and we're going to take a look, or we're not even take a look. I think the play is going to be Dane Dunning. Dane Dunning's a very good starter in my mind for the Texas Rangers. So we're going to add Dane Dunning as a nice little player for our rotation. They took Zach Little, was actually what I was thinking of taking next. Brendan McKay, is he a two-way player on here? His stuff is definitely solid. Fastball, curveball, changeup. I just want to know, set to first base. Okay, you can figure out. I just didn't never done this before. I'm not sure if you can work off of a two-way player, and he is in fact listed there as a two-way player, so there must be a way to do it. I will learn how to do that. So I'm going to draft Brendan McKay. At one time, a very highly thought of two-way player. Can play a little first base, so we're going to add Brendan McKay. Auto picking for them. They took Trenton Brooks, pardon me, a right fielder. So if you're not out there just doing this, our first ever expansion draft out of the Park Baseball 25. Something I am new to here. I'm going to look back at some hitters. I'd like to get a center fielder. So our first ever shot at this. I want to see if I find a guy with a little bit of speed to play some center field for us. So we're just having a little fun with this. We're going to build their team up here. I'm having a hard time finding someone I really look forward to as a center fielder. Richie Palacios would be an interesting player. Yeah, very strong. I'm going to come back to center field, I think, actually. We're going to see if we can find a third baseman. All these guys can play some third base. Pablo Reyes can play a little bit of everything. He's a solid utility guy for sure. Definitely above average player. So we'll pick up Pablo Reyes. I don't mind that at all. Minor league contract. So we can definitely send him up and down there. They add pitcher Tristan Beck, who I actually talk about in an upcoming video. Hopefully that will be out soon. Oh, Connor Wong. Connor Wong is still another player I wanted to add. That was the other one I was looking for. Connor Wong as a catcher. Can play a little bit of everything, but definitely gives us some catching depth. And they take left fielder Dane Myers. Okay, so we're going to go back to, I can build up this bullpen now. There is a ton of guys in this bullpen. Abner Uribe, what is his contract setting at? He's got basically no service. Abner Uribe, the fact that he's even available in something like this is incredible. So Abner Uribe is going to be added as a reliever for us. Auto draft for them. They took Ricky Palacios. Of course, they took Richie Palacios, who I was thinking about taking. Others in the bullpen here. Reynaldo Lopez is very, very good as well. His contract is a little high maybe for an expansion team, but we've got some money to play with, so we will add Reynaldo Lopez. They take Jackson Reitz, a catcher. That is perfectly fine. Looking at a little bit more, Taylor Rogers would be a funky reliever for sure. Actually, it would give us a very solid lefty reliever. Dylan Tate is also very good. There's some options here. Alex Vesia. Alex Vesia is the guy. We need a left-hand reliever. There's our lefty specialist, Alex Vesia. 1-year contract, $1 million. We'll add him. And they took Dylan Tate, so that's very interesting that way. So we'll go back and maybe add another starter here. We are going to add, I like Josh Fleming. He's a lefty ground ball guy, but I would use him more as a bullpen guy. Actually, that might be a nice way. Use Josh Fleming, bullpen guy, starter, reliever, kind of go back and forth. So we'll add Josh Fleming. And they took Kervin Castro, someone I do not know at all. And now let's get back to some infielders. Who do we have still in the infield? Overall, our potentials. Definitely some first basemen that are up here that I know nothing about. Who's the guy with a little bit of pop? 8 home runs, 22 home runs in the Pacific Coast League. That's Blaine Krim. Texas, contact, gap power above average, power above average. We could use some of this. I think that's a great play. Blaine Krim. If you can't run, we can use him as a DH. So Blaine Krim is another player we've added. They took Colin Poche. Brandon Crawford's interesting. Got lots of players here. What is the Trevor Story contract? Oops. No, a 22.5 mil. That's way too much. That is somebody who definitely makes sense of being unprotected. Nick Madrigal is a very good contact hitter. That's what we're going to add. Nick Madrigal. Drafting him. They took I missed Santiago Espinal. I'd have taken Santiago Espinal. Oh, well. So I have no idea what round we're on. We need to take a look at our team. Let's go to team home screen. Let's see if it allows us to go back and forth. Our pitching has not been added here yet. Our organization. There we go. What do we have? We have 3 starters. 4, or we haven't 4 starters. Ryan Pepe is a starter. Uribe, Vesia. We have a catcher, 2 first basemen, 3 guys to play second, but we have 1 that can play short. Third base isn't left. We need some outfielders. Okay. We need some outfielders. All outfielders. Who is available? Cannon Smith and Jigba is available. Griffin Conine is available. Just looking for guys that had names come to mind. Bly Madris. Ovalis, I don't know that name. Obviously, El Garcia, not someone I'd be interested in. Oscar Gonzalez is interesting. He is the one, if I'm mistaken, he's the guy who hit 11 home runs, 13 home runs. He had a decent run in Cleveland, then kind of fizzled out. Just taking a look through some of it. Will Brennan would be an interesting one. Poor on base percentage guy. Garrett Hampson is a speed guy. I know that. That actually makes a lot of sense. Garrett Hampson. We will add Garrett Hampson to our outfield. They're taking Romy Gonzalez, the second base. We're going to add another outfielder here for sure. Stephen Piscotty still in this game. Okay. Greg Jones. Greg Jones was a high-end prospect. Is he still a high-end prospect? I don't believe he is so much anymore. But he is a guy, if I'm not mistaken, has a fair bit of speed. A decent amount of speed. Not as much as I thought. Oh, I'm doing this. Sorry, guys. Kevin Pillar. I'm taking Kevin Pillar. Didn't realize he's in here. I'm taking Kevin Pillar. I absolutely love Kevin Pillar. Take a look at the jersey behind me. Taking Kevin Pillar. He's the type of player you want to help fill out your team. And they took Eric Lauer. I got to figure out a way to get these nicknames off of here, by the way. So we'll get those taken. Forrest Wall is a speed guy, I know. Played a little bit with who did he play with last year? Atlanta. A little bit with Atlanta. Jorge Caballero, be an interesting player. Mauricio Dubon, that's a player. We're going to go take it Mauricio Dubon, who had a good year in Houston. He will fill out our lineup very nicely. They're taking Colby Allard. I'm looking for more outfield depth is what I'm looking for, you guys here. I know it feels like I'm taking a lot of outfielders, but this makes sense for our organization. Sky Bolt is a great name for baseball, by the way. Absolutely incredible. As you see here. Travis Swaggerty. Never, ever really panned out Pittsburgh. Where is he? Still in AAA. Never really worked out. We need to get back to our overalls up here. Tough pick here. Taking so long for you guys and trying to figure out Will Brennan. I think that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, we're going to take Will Brennan. And they're going to take another pitcher. Andre Pallant. I didn't realize he was available. Okay, so we need to go to all pitchers. Let's take a look who's still available in pitchers. Joe Jimenez is there. Trying to get a little bit younger in terms of our bullpen and starters. Jason Foley. Jason Foley is a wicked sinker. I'm going to take Jason Foley here as part of our bullpen. They take another catcher. I want to go starter here, I think. All our starters. I still don't like Andrew Heaney. Hayden Wisniewski is someone I really like, though. Hayden Wisniewski, we're going to take. Add another starter, add to our depth. They took an outfielder. I want to go all back to the infield again. Actually, we want to go middle infielder. Let's see if we can find a shortstop, a true shortstop here. Javi Baez is being available. That's actually hilarious. For you there, Alves Andrews, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is a no. Definitely a lot of backup infielder types. Unfortunately, nobody that is standing out for us. Nick Ahmed, Nico Goodrum. Nico Goodrum might be interesting. He had a good couple of years in Detroit at one time. He's a little older than I want though. Trying to find a little bit younger. Nick Maton. Had some good years AAA. Vinny Capra. I think that's where we're going to. Vinny Capra. We'll go there. The draft. And they take Brandon Crawford, so not a problem there. I'd like to add another. We've added a couple of catchers. Let's add a catcher that we can use in the minors as well. Joey Bart is probably the best bet there. We'll add Joey Bart for some depth at catcher. Go back to some starting pitching. I want to, yeah, I think it's time. We'll do Jose Urquidy as another starter. A little bit more expensive, but that's okay. They add another outfielder. Luis Ortiz is who's this one I'm thinking of? It's not Luis Ortiz I'm thinking of. See if we can find a younger starter. I'm not going to take Alek Manoah just because I don't think there's any way the Blue Jays would have left him unprotected in real life. How about this Tobias Myers? Yeah, let's go with him. That's going to add to our AAA, AA organization. Let's go relievers. I think we can definitely add a bunch more relievers here still. Garrett Clevenger's a lefty, right? Yeah, Garrett Clevenger's a lefty. We'll add another lefty to our pen. They take another outfielder. Kyle Muller is a kind of both starter and reliever, so we'll add Kyle Muller. And we'll see what else we can add here. Blake Trinan. We have a very good major league. Shelby Miller is here. Actually, I like Shelby Miller. Taylor Saucedo. Taylor Saucedo is another solid lefty. Let's add another solid lefty for Saucedo. There's a lot of good relievers here. Brent Suter, again, another lefty I want to add. Yeah, a little more expensive, but I'm okay with that. Spend the money on our bullpen. They added Emmanuel Rivera, and I'm going to add Shelby, Keenan Middleton actually as well. Shelby Miller is going to be added. We're going to, nope, actually that's a lie. I think Keenan Middleton is going to be cheaper. He is not. I don't add money into my bullpen though. Sir Anthony Dominguez is there. Yeah, there's all kinds of guys for the bullpen. So let's go back to starters, see if we can add some depth in terms of starters. Spencer Turnbull would be interesting. Looking. Need to find a younger guy here. Blaine Enlow. Know nothing about Blaine Enlow. And there's a reason why, it looks like. Let's sort by age. Let's do some age. Who are the youngest ones out here? See if we can find us some young studs here. Youngster at Royber Salinas. 22 years old, played at AAA. Let's try that. Why not? Auto draft for them. Let's see if we can find some more all batters. Let's go to all batters. Let's find ourselves some hitting. I feel pretty good about our first base situation at the major league level. Can fill in at the minors where needed. Rob Reshner is injured. That's actually really sucks because he would actually be an interesting player. We are going to add, Riley Adams at catcher. Would be a very good catcher as well. It kind of gives me 3 catchers that way. Sorry, you got distracted. Pirates finally won, so they've won 4 games in a row to start the season. That's awesome. They took David Dahl. Who else am I like? Jorge Mateo. Yes, definitely. Add some speed. We're going to draft Jorge Mateo. Draft is over. That is it. Like computer manager, set up your team. Yes, we do. Let's take a look at what our roster is going to look like here. Finally, we get ourselves ready. There are free agents, so we could sign some free agents. General manager actions. Let us sign a free agent. So guys like Brandon Belt, JD Martinez. Thankfully, guys like Blake Snell, Jordan Montgomery have already signed in this. I don't know if they've signed to the actual teams, but there's definitely some players available to us to fill out our roster as well. Someone like a Michael A. Taylor, I think would be very interesting. Although he signed with the Pirates, so I'd probably leave him. Anybody who's kind of signed with the majors team already, I would leave. So we take a look at our roster. Meet the team. Our pitching. Let's check out our pitching staff. Our starting staff would have Dane Dunning, Jose Urquidy, Kyle Muller, Ryan Pepio, and Hayden Wisniewski. Not sure what the FO stands for there. And the bullpen, James Karinchak would be our closer, Alex Vesia, and I would change this around. Uribe is going to be I do apologize. I am just the GM, so I am not allowed to make these changes. So last time I did this, I did it as GM and manager. This time I'm just the GM. So looking there, they have Hayden Wisniewski is a follower. That's where they're coming in. So it looks like they'd use Garrett Clevenger. Our manager has decided to use Garrett Clevenger and Jason Foley as openers. We have Josh Fleming, Garrett Clevenger. We have 4 lefties. Our long man, Josh Fleming. That looks very, very good to me, actually. I think that's solid. Our lineups versus righties would see Jorge Mateo, our shortstop, leading off, Nick Madrigal at third, Blake Sable in left, Kevin Pillar in right. Blaine Krim would be our starting first baseman. Pablo Reyes at DH. I wonder what they did with Joey Votto. Pablo Reyes at DH. Joey Bart as our catcher. Garrett Hampson at second and Mauricio Dubon in center field. I think that gives us a lot of speed in particular there. And then versus lefties, still Mateo, Madrigal. Now Blaine Krim moves up. Kevin Pillar, Sable, Reyes, Hampson, Dubon, and Bart. On the bench, we would have Kevin Biggio, Vidal Brujan, Vinny Capra, and Connor Wong. Taking a look at our AAA team, we're going to have to add a ton. AAA team, we have a couple of starters, Tobias Myers and Roy Burt Salinas. We do need to check out, I'm going to go back here, our organization, because it looks like we've had 4 players that have been designated for assignment. Ideally, I would prefer them in the majors, so I'm going to move some of this around here. So we need to move some players down. Who is available to be sent down and who can go to the injured list? Let's put onto the injured list right now. Tony Gonsolin is already there. He's expected back in 8 to 9 months. So he's definitely not available looking like this season at all. You guys are out there all, please comment. Love talking this. If you got an idea here, how do we get some of these guys on the roster? All this is available to you for sure. I would love to get Joey Votto on this lineup. Who can be sent down on the secondary out of minor league options? They start. So Vinny Capra, I would like to move to the AAA team. Wait for assignment. We can go to our AAA team. Vinny Capra can be sent down. He has minor league options. That creates some roster space. Who's our lowest? We can also go by our potentials, our overalls. Who is our lowest overall players? Garrett Hampson's out. Joey Bart has minor league options. How many catchers do I have here? Joey Bart, Connor Wong. We have Sable as well. Probably gonna have to leave that alone. I don't want to lose all these players for nothing. Kyle Muller might be someone we need to send down, although he's solid for our starting staff. Playing Krim. Ryan Pepio might be a player we'll start in the minors as well. We have very solid bullpen, so I may have overdone it with the bullpen, but that is all right. Hampson is out of my. No, he's not. Has the right. Oh, he can refuse to go to the minors though. Okay, that's interesting. Dubon is out of options. Mateo, Brujan are all out. Reyes could be sent down. I don't really want to lose Haniger and Votto for nothing. We might try and see if there's available to trade Haniger. And maybe even Votto. I'd like to keep Votto on this team, though. Yeah, we're going to send Pablo Reyes down. That gives us 2 slots then. So we've sent down 2 infielders, so that actually creates space in my mind then for Haniger and Votto. In terms of the bullpen, I want to look at our bullpen again. Wisniewski might be a guy we send down for now, but we do need starters. We've got a really solid bullpen in my mind. Brendan McKay might be someone who gets sent down as well, so let's take a look there. Brendan McKay, are you out of options? You might be. You are out of options. And the other one I was looking at was Pepio. Pepio still has options, but we don't have a lot of major league starters. And Pepio is one of our best players. So doesn't look like it there. So we'd have to look at sending a reliever down. Wisniewski is someone we could send down, as well as Saucedo. I think that might be the way to do it. We're going to send Wisniewski down. Hayden Wisniewski can go down, and Saucedo, because they have options. That allows us to keep Brent Suter and Reynaldo Lopez, so we don't lose anybody that way. So that, I think, will fit. We're kind of short of a starter there, so we need an opener. Unfortunately, so we're a little long in terms of relievers. I may need to bring one of them, work out. We'll have to make a trade a reliever for a starter, I'm thinking. We'll try and trade. We got lots of left-handed relievers. So a Brent Suter or Brent Suter is probably the guy we try and trade for a starter. Our lineup, took out our DH. Let's see if they allow us to put our DH back in. Joey Votto. Okay, so we'll go back. We'll allow our team to run that way. So we're going to try and see if we can make a trade here as well. We are going to make a trade. We're going to try and trade off our active roster Brent Suter. Oh, we need to see if we can find a team first. Let's see if we can find a team who needs a left-hander reliever. So let's look at a team that's looking to win now. Maybe a Baltimore Orioles looking for a lefty reliever. Let's do that. Brent Suter, we need a starter, so we're going to go not off their active roster. We definitely need a prospect who's got some potential. A starting pitcher. So there you can see, give you an idea of the 20 to 80 rating. Jackson Holiday is an 80 rated potential, not an overall. It's 41 overall to start, but an 80 rated potential. So that gives you an idea where that kind of stands. They've got some money available as well. So I need a younger starter, maybe a Cade Povich. I need someone who can start in the majors. So maybe we don't want to go, we want to look at their AAA team. Positionally, we're looking for a starter. Yeah, what do we have? What is Suter overall? He is a 47 overall, so we're trying to look for something similar. Not really seeing it here. Let's try a different team. Let's try the Phillies. 46. Ortiz, not really looking there. Braves, their AAA team. Bryce Elder. Bryce Elder would be very, very good if we get Bryce Elder. Let's see what they think about that, and we'll go from there. We'll add Suter. See what our add something or money improve. Okay, so we would need to add something. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot to add, so we need to fill out our team a little bit more here. So we are going to go to the next day, basically, and we are going to find some free agents here. We have a bunch more reactions to our. We wrapped up our search for prospects in Panama. We have we have a hitting coach. We have a hitting coach. We have a hitting coach. We have pitching coaches. It looks like we have an assistant GM. Our assistant GM is James Click. So we've added here. So I'll show you the organization that way so far. I'm going to delete these tag messages. Let's show you our front office. So we still have some pending offers. I am the general manager. We have James Click is our assistant GM. We have bench coach is Sean Cashman. Our hitting coach is Canadian Matt Stairs. Third base coach Trent Durrington. Scouting director is Carmen Fusco, whose reputation is very good. And then you see in the minor leagues there, we have a AAA hitting coach and pitching coach in the AA, and we're still our A ball team has accepted everything as well. So our personnel is coming together here. We need to sign some free agents because we have no team. We need to go here. We need to add some free agents. General manager actions. We need to sign a free agent. We need to sign a lot of free agents. And we need to find a lot that are available to play in the minors. So I need international free agents, amateur free agent, no posted players upcoming, all free agents. That's fine there. Scouting. We need to find players that are available to go to our minor league system who have options left. Our player payroll currently at this time is 60.725 million. That's not too bad that way. We need to fill out our roster though. Check out our prospect pipeline. That's everybody else. So we're gonna actually here. We're gonna still try and make a trade. We're gonna first off, we're gonna try and trade Suter, and then we will build from there. We're gonna allow I think we're gonna allow kind of the computer system finish up our roster. So we're gonna try and make our trade here. I'm gonna try and make a trade with the Braves and get Elder. We're gonna try and trade Suter, Brent Suter, and get them a lefty. He is a fair bit older though, and I'm gonna have to add to it. And this is where things get fun because we do not have much in the way of potential otherwise. On Braves can't even make this to work because they can't afford it. So unfortunately, that's not going to work out for us. So let's look at who wants to win now. The Yankees want to win now. We need a starting pitcher. Who do they have in the minor system? Beater? Clayton Beater? Masjewski? Let's do that. Masjewski. Would they be in it? We want to add Suter. Where is Suter again? He's on our major league team. Would you like a lefty reliever? They do. Let's see if we can add a little bit. Let's see if we can add to it as well. Maybe Munoz here as well. Let's see if we can find someone on their major league roster. Someone lower down. Do they have any pitching? Gonzalez. Who's this? Victor Gonzalez. Victor Gonzalez actually might not be too bad. They're saying this is, my assistant GM says it's definitely not a good deal for us. I'm going to remove Majewski. Let us add a prospect then. Let's look for a prospect. High end. Let's go low overall, high end. Chase Hampton. Nope, that's not going to happen. Low potential first baseman Brewer. Nope, they don't like that at all. Barclay. Let's see what Barclay. Nope, doesn't look like it. Need a lower end. We're looking at a starter Aguilar. Let me, that might help. Okay, so let's see if we just go. Well, our GM, our assistant GM says this is not a deal I would do, and they're saying not happening. Sorry. So I think we're probably pretty close here. 34-year-old Brent Suter to the Yankees for 24-year-old minor leaguer Clay Aguilar and 28-year-old Victor Gonzalez, who I'd use then as a starter. We will. Oh, no, nothing. Never mind. Okay, so that's not going to work for us. Brent Suter for Victor Gonzalez. Let's see if this. Okay, no, they have no interest here, so we're going to have to find someone else. We tried the Phillies. Let's see the Texas. Let's see Texas. AAA starter. Let's see if we can find a AAA starter. Age, no. Weems, maybe. Let's try Weems. Suter. Avery Weems, and let's see if we can maybe add a little something else here. In terms of a prospect, maybe. Potential, something low end. A low end starting. Let's go with Win. No, I think we can do better. Okay. Santos. Let's see if we can get Santos. No, they still think we can do better. Curry? Let's submit that deal. We'll see where it goes from there. And we'll see how things turn out. We're going to have to balance our roster here out anyway. Our minor league roster is going to be quite weak. We have a personal, so we have a ton of more signings. Texas says no way. Let's see what they say to that deal. We have a whole bunch more signings there. No, I don't want to add any of those players. Okay, so that's definitely an out. We are going to respond to our message. We'll discuss this trade again. We'll remove Curry off this entirely. Because Weems is the AAA guy, right? Yeah, let's look at that. Almost. We're not adding, no, we're not as close as they think. Let's respond to that message. Let's clear offer. Okay, Suter is not getting nearly as what I thought we were going to get for him. So let's try a little something else. With someone else. Let's look at Tampa Bay. Suter, we're going to go and check out their AAA team. AAA starters. Low overall. What do we have for Suter? He is a 40-40, but he is 34 years old. So I'm looking at Uesawa, who I know is very good, 33, but he's someone that would make a lot of sense here, thinking of trade. And let's submit that offer. No, everybody wants Abner Uribe. That's not going to happen. So let's see if we can get a double A starter then. Someone like a Mason Montgomery is way too good for this, I think. We'll try it, see what it looks like. No, we don't want to do that. Ask you. Let's see. Ask you to. Nope. 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 Not going to work. Not going to work as well. Let's see if we can find an older, similar type pitcher, but a starter. Like an Erasmo Ramirez. No, that's not even close. Okay. We're going to continue to play around with this. We'll take a look at, let's look at the Giants maybe. Giants AAA team for starters. Looking for an older pitcher. How about Roop here for Suter? Yeah, I have nobody to makes that work. Okay. Everybody wants my top two players, so we are really struggling. I don't know what we're going to do with Suter. He may be someone we just hang on to for a little bit. Okay, we're going to give up on that. We're going to see where things go from here. And let's go to our team home screen, see what's going to. We still have to fill out our AAA lineup, our AA lineup, so you can see the makings of our AAA lineup and rotation. So there is a bit of rotation bullpen looking there. So we are going to move ourselves up, see what happens here. Bunch more contracts, and let's go to the Dominican for some talent, which is good. I believe that has to be close to our system, front office. Let's take a look. Personnel. One more pending for our manager, and one more at our A-ball team. That's all right. Let's see if we can get those locked up as well. We have our manager, Sergio Santos, finally has agreed. That is excellent news. He's supposed to be an excellent GM. Or excellent manager, sorry, not GM. I'm the GM. We're the GM. So if you're out there, make sure, let me know if you're loving this type of content. I have absolutely no idea if this is fun for you guys to enjoy and kind of follow along with. By all means, please let me know. We are getting close to our first game. First spring training, actually. I believe we do need to go through spring training. Continue a similar way forward here and see what we can find in terms of players. Toronto sends Machado to Snell. New York finalized a deal there. You can see Mariners deal McGraw to Nationals for Finnegan. Nothing showing up there. We can check out our who is in our system. We have 5 players that are international complex. To me, actually, there's 3 guys in particular there, so let's add them to our our rookie roster. Definitely have some players we can add there. We may as well add all of them and try and see how our rookie roster looks there. They may get moved around some more. The more players we can find, the better. No more international players. Let's see if there's some free agents. Minor leagues. There's our minor league system. Our front office has filled. No, we still need a pitching coach. I wonder if I didn't offer. See if I can offer for another pitching coach here. Yes, we're going to offer you a contract. Jared Goiner, yes. 31-year-old pitching coach for our A-ball team. Question, of course, is going to be, is my computer going to be able to run all these programs with you guys going on here? So I appreciate all of you sticking with me. If you have any comments, by all means, if you like the content, if you're not interested in the content, I'm all for any of this. You're like, Mo, go back to making other videos. Yeah, I'm all for that too. So just let me know what your thoughts are. We need to add some free agents. Let's go to our AAA and see if we can add some minor league free agents. This should be a little easier now. Hopefully, nope, there's still a ton of free agents out there. Who's easy to sign? Let's go by overall. Let's go by potentials, maybe. Oh, everybody had that same kind of look. This is a player. Let's sign this player. Oops. Yeah, minor league South Korean player. Let's do that. Looking at some of these young players, anybody with some potential. There's another right fielder. Definitely some potential there. Offer a minor league contract. Any players with some potential down here, we're going to offer a minor league contract, see what happens. Eric Reyes, we're going to offer a contract, minor league contract. Oops. $26 potential. Miguel Fernandez will offer a minor league contract. Just trying to fill out the roster now. Because we have all kinds of holes there for sure. We know that we're going to offer as many minor league contracts here as we kind of can of any player that are kind of 20 years old or younger. Anybody who's got even a little bit of potential is definitely how we're going to fill this up. There's a different player, Frederick Marte. We have lots of shortstops. That's not going to be a problem. They can move around, develop at different positions. Plenty of outfielders, not a problem. They can move around, play other positions. Nice if we can find a catcher or two. Let's find some catchers. Anybody? Anybody? Young catcher, some potential. Carlos Ramos. Offer you a deal. Let's see if we can find some starters. Any kind of potential. Young players with potential. I see a 28. Gets an offer of a minor league deal. Offering some more minor league deals. Anybody and everybody with a potential over 25 at the very least. There's a looks like a reliever. Andy Maldonado, minor league contract for you. Javier Funmayer, offer meet demand, offer minor league contract to you. Joel Asensio, offer you. You want a minor league? Oops. Minor league contract for you. Offer a minor league deal. Adam Smith, you get a minor league deal. Plenty in this 22-3. Israel Pulo, minor league deal. Let's get some relievers going now. Oh, lots of potentials and relievers here. Let's add some relievers here to our minor league deal. Need to build up our organization. Need some players for Swift Current, Medicine Hat, those types of Robert Cortez, minor leaguer. Marcos Almanzar, minor leaguer. Plenty of options here. I'm not even going to Delfrin. Yep, that minor leaguer. Rafael Tabaldo, minor leaguer. We need some minor leaguers. We need some young relievers to fill out our rotation, to fill out our minor league system. Jeremy Santos, Miguel Ramos, Junior Marino, all kinds of players for our system. Brian Hernandez, all these 19 and 20-year-old relievers that we can add with some potential. They are going to get to play. There is no question about that. So we're going to finish this today. We'll see where we have moving forward. Do a little simming here. We're going to sim all the way forward there. Okay, so we need to add to our AAA team. So let's take a look at our organization, what we have here. Team home screen. We should have a ton of players. Oh, let's take a look here. That I don't know where they are. Secondary man for nope, that won't be it. Where did all my minor leaguers go? Let's go check to see. They may not have signed yet. Maybe the issue. We may need to add some ghost players, which will be just fine. Schedule game cannot be completed. Rest incomplete. Consider the ghost players option in the minor league settings. Okay. Team setting, minor league settings. Might be in here. In our minor league settings here, we might be able to. This one has me perplexed. League settings. Rules. Okay, league settings. League settings, rules. Okay, AAA. Minor league settings. Here we go. Allow incomplete. There we go. Allow incomplete minor league rosters. So we have that set up for ourselves. That should be all right. I think that fixes it for us. What do I know about you? I don't know much about you. 19 years old, Venezuelan shortstop. I don't even know what team you're on yet. Josuard Camacho. Your overall potential, you want a contract. Hey, options, offer, minor league contract. That's what you get. Actions will actually offer you a contract. What do you want? Yes, we'll see what you want there. Let's go check out the team. Team home screen, that should fix our problem. Let's check out our Regina Red Sox organization. No, we still don't have that fixed yet. Where's our roster? We do not have ghost players. Okay, what do we have at AA? Nothing. AA, single A, nothing. A, nothing. High A, nothing. Except for those players that we added. So where did all those minor league free agents that I did? Doesn't look like anybody wanted to sign with me yet. Hopefully we have a bunch of signings here. Looks like we just did. Someone doesn't think. First off, we got a coach. That's awesome. Hopefully. So looks like I've got a lot of players that are going to sign with us, which is a good thing. And then we can use that. Then we can use we can continue to add more minor league free agents here. I think that's what the plan is. We do want to get to opening day though, and that's the goal here. So let's just continue on. Our budget for our scouting, we want to take a look at. I definitely upped it in terms of amateur and international scouting. Scouting priorities. We're looking for everything and anything at this point in time. Carmen Fusco is our scouting director. Current status and reputation is very good. Scouts the majors is average, but excellent at scouting the minors and amateurs is absolutely legendary. So that is exactly what we're looking for. We want to get ourselves to opening day, though. Take a look at our lineup. Take a look at our roster. We're likely projected to finish towards the bottom here, as Bobby Witt Jr. has just crushed another home run. I hope you guys, if anybody is out there, is enjoying this. I appreciate you guys showing up. I may turn this into a video yet and cut and paste. So I hope you guys are having fun with this type of content and can see it all as we build the Saskatoon Berries. We have a new personal message. So, welcome to the season. Our owner says, I hope the offseason treats you well. Is also reminded that your goal is to stay respectable on the field. That's not going to be easy to do, but we will do our best. Jared Goyner agrees to our contract. He was at minor league. We've got some more. Oh, 2-game series. We open with 2 games against the Seattle Mariners kicking off today. We have Ryan Pepio will go against George Kirby and Dane Dunning against Luis Castillo. For our first one, the top 100 prospect list is there. Of course, Jackson Holliday, Ethan Salas, Wyatt Langford, Walker Jenkins, those that you would expect to see. Opening day is upon us as the Saskatoon Berries are opening against the Seattle Mariners. So let's check out our opening day roster. We have nobody in the international complex at this time. Let's go check out the Berries opening day roster. There is our pitching staff. Our starters, Ryan Pepio, Dane Dunning. Brendan McKay is going to be a follower, so he's going to be our bulk guy. Kyle Muller and Jose Urquidy. There you see the bullpen. James Karinchak is the closer. Ronaldo Lopez and Alex Vesia are our setup men. Abner Uribe, Josh Fleming, and Jason Foley, with Foley and Fleming being openers. Brent Suter is an emergency. He's a long man. Garrett Clevenger and Brendan McKay, of course, we already have at our starting rotation. Our lineup has not changed. Jorge Mateo, Nick Madrigal, Blaine Krim, Kevin Pillar, Kevin Biggio, Mitch Haniger, Joey Votto, Joey Bart, and Mauricio Dubon for our starting lineup against the righties, and that will be what we use against Seattle. We have Blake Sable is on the bench with Vidal Brujan, and that is it at the moment. So our bench is a little lacking as we have Connor. Where's Connor Wong? Where is Connor Wong? Oh, Connor Wong is in our lineup versus lefties, not righties. So we have a platoon going on there between Bart and Connor Wong, which works out very nicely. Our strategy, we want to run a little bit more frequently than others. Our base running is going to be aggressive. We're going to use a hit and run frequently, sacrifice bunt frequently. We need to use some of these things. Sacrifice bunt, I actually want to bring way down. No. Less frequent, very little sacrifice bunting. The squeeze bunt play, not a big thing. Bunt for hit, not a big thing. I want us to be more aggressive on the bases and to steal more frequently. We do have some speed on this team, which helps. Pitching around and that type of thing, I do not want to shift very often. Use infield shifts and use outfield shifts, about average, and shift the outfield depth. That would definitely be something I would do a little more frequently. Substitutions, hook our starting pitchers, probably a little bit quicker than most, but we'll leave this play out as is for the moment. We have no max or minimum on our pitchers. We have our manager, Sergio Santos. Our bench coach is Sean Cashman. So there you see there. Our front office is our money. So we are total expenses. We should make some money, hopefully. We may need to up our ticket prices, see how that goes. But for right now, that is the look. Our player development, there we have our top players. I want to take a look at our lineup. Pitching and lineup still in AAA. We have to add a bunch too. We have to basically fill out an entire AA roster still. And I will do this off stream. Our A-ball team needs to be filled out a ton, as does this team. But it looks like Medicine Hat has the makings of almost a full lineup and definitely a full pitching staff. So I've got too many players. Let's do that organization. They have 30 active players, so we'll definitely be some moving there. It looks like we definitely have a rookie ball team that we can move some players around on. So we are going to continue to opening day against the Seattle Mariners and see if the Saskatoon Berries can pick up a win on the very first day. So there you see their lineup: Rayleigh, Polanco, Rogelio, Raleigh, Crawford, France, Haggerty, Marlowe, and Urias with pitcher George Kirby. And use the warm-up rule. Yes. All this can stay on, I'm sure. I'll look at it more in depth next time we start at our home ballpark, Larry Walker Park. So our offensive strategy is going to be set by me. Our substitutions, actually, our substitution should probably be in defensive strategy is probably going to be set by our. I'm going to set this to our manager first. No, actually, I will not. Yes, I will. Substitutions for the first game. We'll go with me, and then we'll go from there. Sorry, you guys. So here we go. We're going to start this game. Let's get ourselves going. Larry Walker Park. Attendance almost a sellout. Very, very, very close to being sold out for the first ever game for the Saskatoon Berries. I don't know if you can hear this or not, but we have Ryan Pepio on the mound, and we are going to pitch to the batter. Pitching to Luke Rayleigh. Full count. And the very first at bat is a strikeout for Ryan Pepio for the Saskatoon Berries. Second guy up, Jorge Polanco. What's going to happen here? And unfortunately, we have given up a hit. Looks like it may be a double. And it is indeed a double for Jorge Polanco. We have Julio Rodriguez. We will pitch to him. It is early on. Pitching to Julio Rodriguez. Gets him with the changeup. And next up is Cal Raleigh. And there is the first strikeout of the side for Ryan Pepio in the first inning for the Berries. So we have Jorge Mateo up. We have a ton of speed. We need to get him on base, swinging away on a 1-1 pitch. And we have, it looks like, the first hit. Yes, indeed. The first hit in Berries history goes to Jorge Mateo. He has incredible speed, so we are definitely going to try and steal second off of Cal Raleigh. We still want to try and steal second. He tried to pick us off. We're definitely still going. And there goes Jorge Mateo. He steals second, our first ever stolen base in Berries history. It brings up Nick Madrigal still. He has a 1-0 count. He is going to swing away. Let's see if we can get ourselves a run here. Ground ball to the left side, but Mateo moves over to third. So we have a runner on third, 1 out for Blaine Krim. The very powerful Blaine Krim, probably one of our most powerful hitters. He grounds out, but Mateo scores the first ever run for the Saskatoon Berries because you know that we need to manufacture as many runs as we can. That ends the top of the inning as we have Kevin Pillar grounding out, brings Ryan Pepio back out to face JP Crawford. Lead-off walk, unfortunately, so we're going to continue to throw to Ty France. 1-1 count, and a double play, it looks like. Yes, indeed, the first ever double play in Berries history. And it allows us to pitch to Sam Haggerty on an 0-1 pitch. And he grounds out to first base. So once again, Pepio gives up a walk, but they do not score. Kevin Biggio leads off with a strikeout on the 3-2 pitch against George Kirby. We have Mitch Haniger now against his former team. Looking for some pop maybe from Haniger. 1-1 pitch. And that is off the right field wall. Haniger is in safely, it looks like, for the first extra base hit for the Berries. Puts a runner at second with 1 away, bringing up Joey Votto. And what is Joey Votto going to do for us? Votto looks like he is doubled off the wall to deep center, dropping in. We have our second ever run, taking a 2-0 lead. 4 paws. What's going on, my guy? We are in the first ever game for the Saskatoon Berries. I hope you guys can still hear me out there. My voice is not faded yet. We have Joey Bart up. He's going to swing. Runner on second with 1 out. 3-2 count. looks like a ground out to third. Joey Bart is out. So we have drafted this expansion team. Our number 9 hitter is our center fielder, Mauricio Dubon. Looking for a big 2-out hit, 3-2 count, ball four. So Dubon walks, which is absolutely huge for us. First and second now, 2 outs, and it's Jorge Mateo again on a 1-1 pitch. And it looks like a fly out to right field, but we do pick up a run, leading 2-0, heading to the top of the third. They're leading off with Marlowe, the left fielder, so Pepio will pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and unfortunately, it just sneaks under Kevin Biggio, so we've given up a hit. Looking for that double play ball once again, pitching to Urias on a 1-1 count. And it looks like we may have another hard hit ball turn the double play for the Berries for 2 quick outs. Bring up leadoff man Luke Raley. And Raley has knocked one out. The Mariners get a run on a Luke Raley home run. Brings up Jorge Polanco, cutting the lead. And here we have a ground ball up the middle, and that is the last out of the inning. Mariners have drawn closer, say 2-1. We head to the bottom of the third. Third baseman Nick Madrigal is up on a 2-2 pitch. Has flied out to center field, line shot by the looks of it, but that is the first out of the inning. We have Blaine Krim, the DH, up next, and on a 1-1 pitch, has grounded the ball to third base. That is the second out of the inning. Bringing up Kevin Pillar, who has struck out on a George Kirby fastball. The Berries go the third inning and do not score, heading to the top of the fourth. And just looking at 42 pitches so far for Ryan Pepio into the fourth inning here. Leadoff man is Julio Rodriguez this inning. And Julio lines the ball out to left field, but that is caught. By Mitch Haniger. So we head to, brings up Kyle Raleigh. Raleigh sends one into center field. That is caught by Mauricio Dubon. And the next batter up then is J.P. Crawford. Pepio looking to have a quick inning here. 0-1 count, and we have a fly ball to right, and that ball is caught on a diving play by Kevin Pillar. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Technical difficulty here for a second. There we go. I got it. Looks like working again. My apologies. Brings up Kevin Biggio, number 5 hitter, to lead off the bottom of the fifth for the Berries. Gotta love the uniforms. Gotta love the logo. And Biggio walks to lead off the inning. He is not a speed guy, right? No, 35. His stealing is very good at 65. Speed, not so much. We are going to hit with Mitch Haniger. Swing away. 0-2 count. And Mitch Haniger is called out. Nope, pardon me. Swinging strikeout. Brings up Joey Votto. Might be time for a little hit and run. Let's do a little hit and run. We haven't done this yet. A little hit and run here. Runner takes off. It's swung and missed, and Biggio is going to be out by a lot. That may not have been the play. So swinging away here now with Votto with nobody on base. Votto lines it towards center, popped it up on the infield, and that is going to be caught by the third baseman. We head to the top of the fifth. Berries 2, Mariners 1 as we look for our first ever win at home on opening day. 6-7-8, Ty France, the first man up, facing Ryan Pepio. Grounded to third, and that is a quick out by Nick Madrigal. I won't do this for every game, I will say, you guys, but I hope you have fun with this. Out next is Sam Haggerty. who on a 1-0 count lifts the ball to right field. That is going to be caught by Kevin Pillar. And we are going to pitch to Cade Marlowe. And that is another strikeout for Ryan Pepio. The Berries continue to lead 2-1, heading bottom 5. Joey Bart is up. A 2-2 count. He is out. Another strikeout for George Kirby, his fourth. Mauricio Dubon into left field, but that looks like another easy play out there. As we get to the top of the lineup for Jorge Mateo with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Kirby. He has really settled in here. We are going to look at our bullpen. Get some players up and throwing in the pen. Garrett Clevenger and Jason Foley are going to get up in our pen here. Pepio has thrown well, 64 pitches into the top of the 6th. 9-1-2 for them, so Ramon Arias is up first. 3-2 pitch. Gets another strikeout for Pepio. On a cutter, Luke Raley is up. He homered in his last at bat, but strikes out in this one. Bring up Jorge Polanco on a 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit to center field over the head of Dubon. It looks like another double for Jorge Polanco. I believe that's his second of the game. And brings up Julio Rodriguez looking to tie the game. Do we pitch around him? I don't think so. We are going to go right after Julio Rodriguez. And it looks like we have a ground that Pepio fields, throws to first, gets the job done. 1 hit, left a man on, and the Berries lead 2-1 heading bottom of the 6th. Number 2 man, Nick Madrigal up again. Terrific contact guy, not a lot of power. Slow roller back to the pitcher and throw. He's safe. Madrigal has a hit. An infield hit for Nick Madrigal leading off the bottom of the 6th. He does have some speed as well, but I am going to swing away with Blaine Krim. See what happens here. A strikeout of Blaine Krim. It may be time now to push our hand a little bit. We're going to try to steal second with Nick Madrigal. Cal Raleigh, though, has a tremendous arm. Madrigal takes off, and it looks like he is safe. Another stolen base for the Berries. You know we're going to be aggressive on the base pass. So now it's an opportunity with an 0-1 count for Kevin Pillar to swing away. See if we can drive in this run. 3-2 count, and Pillar hits the ball to right field. It looks like it has gotten down for a hit. It has. Raleigh let's get past him. That is an error. And Nick Madrigal is brought in. That is huge for the Berries. Kevin Pillar ends up at second. We now have a 2-run lead. Kevin Biggio up. Still only 1 out on a 1-1 count. And Biggio is going to ground out and is retired. Pillar does go to third, though, on the play. And he had a big 2-out hit from former Mariner Mitch Haniger. See what he can do here. Unfortunately, he strikes out, leaving Pillar stranded at third. But it is a 3-1 Berries lead heading top 7. Pepio has thrown 81 pitches. We do have guys warming up the pen. We will give him a chance to get the start here, though. We're going to pitch to Cal Raleigh. And we get a ground ball to second base. That is a quick first out in the top of the 7th. Bringing up J.P. Crawford, who gets a K for Ryan Pepio, who's been absolutely electric for the Berries. And next up is Ty France. See if Pepio can finish the 7th inning here. He gets a fly ball out to center field. Dubon looks like he's settled under it. He has. That is the side. 3-1 Berries. It is stretch time here at Larry Walker Park. Time for us to set up the bullpen the way we like. Clevenger. Yes, we're going to set down Clevenger and Foley. Apparently, we should have done that earlier. Our setup men are Abner Uribe and Alex Vesia. So we're going to get both of them up at this moment because they've got Haggerty, Marlowe, Arias coming up in the next inning. We're probably going to look to Abner Uribe in that situation, I believe. That would have a righty, a switchy, and a left. So a switch hitter, left-handed hitter, and a right-handed hitter. So we probably look to Uribe. So here we go. Bottom 7, leading off is Joey Votto facing Austin Voth, the new pitcher. And Votto greets him with a hard hit ball, but right at the center fielder for the first out of the inning. Joey Bart, our catcher, he takes a walk. So we run on first here. Definitely not a speed guy at all. So we will have Mauricio Dubon swing away. Our number 9 hitter takes a pickoff attempt at Bart, but he is back in time. 3-2 pitch. And we have worked another walk from Mauricio Dubon. So first and second, bring up Jorge Mateo. What a chance for a huge hit here for the Berries. That ball is lined up the middle. Ball is shallow. Bart is a bad runner. Do we want to send him? There is only one out. We are not going to send him here. Hopefully this is not frozen my game at all. Hold the runner up there. We have loaded the bases with one out for Nick Madrigal, who is a tremendous contact guy. Do we have any potential pinch hitters on the bench? Not really. I think I like the contact ability of, we should have pinch ran for Garrett Hampson. First game jitters, we should have done that. That is okay. Not a problem for us moving forward. We'll remember that speed is on our bench. So Nick Madrigal's up, bases loaded, one out. We are going to swing away with Nick Madrigal. New pitcher is Adcock. And it looks like we may have grounded into a double play. Home to first. No, we safe at first. Bases remain loaded with 2 outs for our number 3 man, Blaine Krim. We could need a huge hit from Blaine Krim here. And it does not. Oh, we threaten, do not score, unfortunately. Krim grounds out into the fielder's choice. So we had top 8. We are definitely making a substitution in terms of our pitching here. We are going to bring in Abner Uribe. Yes, Abner Uribe is going to come in for Ryan Pepio, who is absolutely fantastic. 7 spectacular innings here. So we're going to pitch to Sam Haggerty, the left-handed hitter, with Abner Uribe. And that is a fly ball out to right field. It is getting down. Looks like it's going to be a double to lead off the inning. That is tough. Tough there. It's okay. We face a switch hitter now in Cade Marlowe, who we'll pitch to. Fly ball out to center field. Looks like the catch was made. Haggerty tags and goes to third. That is not a problem. We still have a 2-run lead, so we have a runner on third with 1 out. Pitching to Ramon Arias. This works out for us, I believe. Getting the right-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher. Arias swings, hammers the ball to center field. That's going to score the run. That puts us in a bad situation. So we have a lefty and a switch hitter up. I think it's time to go to Vesia. Yeah, we're going to go to Vesia here. Bring in the lefty to face the lefty and the switch hitter. So bring it, and they're going to pinch hit with Mitch Garver. Unfortunately, that's not going to work out for us. So let's see if Vesia can get Garver here. Can you get a ball on the ground? Can we turn a double play? No, unfortunately, going to lead to the walk. So runners on first and second here with 1 out. We will pitch to Jorge Polanco with Vesia. 1-2 count. Huge strikeout from Alex Vesia. Second out of the inning. And now the third guy, Vesia has to face Julio Rodriguez with runners on. Let's see if we can get a big out here. And that ball is lined up the middle. And that is going to score the tying run. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Julio does the damage. We're going to have to leave Vesia in to face Cal Raleigh here, unfortunately, with 2 outs. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Loads the bases. Second walk for Vesia. This is not working out the way we expected. Left-handed here, though. J.P. Crawford. Let's see if we can get out of this. 1-2 count. And we do get the strikeout. But the Mariners have tied the game in the 8th. Against our setup men. That is not worked out the way we were hoping for. We're going to get, hopefully, Foley up. Is that going to be okay, or are they going to say no to this? Is he tired? No, Foley and Brent Suter up, a righty-lefty combination if necessary. We still have Reynaldo Lopez out there and James Karinchak, so we're not too bad that way. So see if we can take the lead here. Actually, we need to go back to our substitutions. I'm not going to have Jason Foley up. I'm going to have Karinchak because if we do take the lead, we'll go to him. If not, otherwise, we got righty, switch, lefty. So we may end up going to Suter here if we need to. But Kevin Pillar is going to lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Berries. And see if we can do some damage. Get those runs back. Here's Kevin Pillar leading off, and he has popped it up to the first baseman and foul territory. Not the start we were looking for. Brings up Kevin Biggio. They do bring a lefty out of the bullpen. We can make a substitution to counter that. We will go with second baseman Garrett Hampson, I believe, to counter that move. See if we can get Hampson on base. He does have some solid contact, not a lot of pop. He's going to single into left field. That is a huge hit for us. 1-out single for Garrett Hampson off the bench because I believe he has quite a bit of speed. He has 65 speed, 75 stealing, so we are definitely going to send him as well. We are very, very aggressive on the base pass here, so let's try that. See if Hampson can't steal second base as well. He takes off, and it looks like, yep, Hampson is in with the stolen base. Puts a runner on second with 1 out. Let's see if Mitch Haniger can do the job once again. Looking for a big hit here. That runner gets away, but the runner stays. Ball got away, but the runner stays at second. So 1-1 count here with Haniger still up. Smash down the line. Looks like it's gone into the corner for a double. It has indeed. Haniger with the clutch double. Hampson comes in to score. Berries lead 4-3. Huge. We can now sit down Brent Suter, and we can work on James Karinchak is going to be our closer. So he is going to stay the one loosening in the pen. So a runner on second now. Joey Votto facing the lefty. I'm going to leave Joey Votto in here. I don't want to use all my pinch hitters to cheer. Ball gets away. Moving up to third is Haniger. That is huge. Now let's see if Joey Votto can bring in the run. Runner on first with less than 2 outs. See what Joey Votto can do. And he flies out to left field, but it looks like that is indeed going to score the run. Huge sac fly from Joey Votto. Berries lead 5-3. I hope you guys are out there enjoying this. I don't know if you are or not, but here we go. We have a walk. No, strikeout. My apologies. Strikeout to Joey Bart to end the 8th. Including our defensive position missing. What position do I have missing? Garrett Hampson is going to stay in the game and play second. And we are going to James Karinchak looking to shut down the door on the Mariners and bring home the first ever Saskatoon Berries win on opening day. We have a leadoff ground ball to short. That is taken care of by Jorge Mateo. 1 out, 2 outs away for the Berries. Sam Haggerty up. He lines it down to third, but Nick Madrigal with the leaping catch. 2 outs now, 1 out away for the Berries. Can they bring home the victory on opening day? And James Karinchak with the massive curveball gets the strikeout, gets the save, and the Saskatoon Berries winners on opening day, 5-3 over the Seattle Mariners. There you have it. Huge, huge bounce back in the bottom of the 8th inning. Some clutch pinch hit from Garrett Hampson, clutch double from Mitch Haniger. There you see the box scores. We had a couple stolen bases along the way, something this team, 3 stolen bases, I believe, along the way, 1 caught stealing on a botched hit and run. That is perfectly fine, though. Berries win. I hope you've enjoyed this type of content. I'll likely be making it into a video. I greatly appreciate all the support here on 3 Up, 3 Down. We're not going to do this with every game, but I hope you appreciate and had a lot of fun with this. Off camera, I'm going to add a bunch of minor leaguers to the roster to fill out our AAA, AA, all those teams. But there you have it. Opening day win for the Saskatoon Berries. I hope you had a whole lot of fun. Make sure you turn in for more Berries videos. I will let you know when I'm going live with Berries play. I'll do some stuff off camera as well and probably add it to a video. So until next time, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Comment down, go Berries, go in the comments. Tell me you made it this far. I appreciate all the support here. And until next time, take care, everyone.